Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make these easy Salsa Verde black bean chicken enchiladas served with an easy crispy crunchy cabbage salad on the side. So for dinner tonight, we are making Salsa Verde chicken enchiladas. Now, you only need 2 chicken breasts to make 10 enchiladas, but I'm roasting 4 chicken breasts because there was 4 in the package, and cook once, eat twice. I need 2 for the enchiladas, but I can use the other 2 in the fridge to make yummy sandwiches. I can cut it up and put it in a canned soup if I'm in a pinch and I want to give it a little more substance. I can make a quesadilla with it. I can cut it up and put it over a salad. So just cook the 4. You only need 2 though. The other 2 you can put in the fridge and use them another time to make a quick meal when you don't have time to cook. I let them come to room temperature, drizzling them with some olive oil. I'm going to season them with salt, pepper, garlic. I'm putting some salt. I just feel like, oh, the oven's ready. All right. So I just put salt, pepper, garlic, massage all that into here. And I put a little bit of oil on the bottom of the pan just so that they stay moist. Just like that. It's so easy to do. And that's it. So I'm just going to roast these in the oven at 425 for 15 to 18 minutes. These are kind of big, so I'm going to do 18 minutes. And that's it. Okay, so while the chicken is roasting in the oven, I am going to get some onions sauteing. So you can put in your filling simple salsa verde, the chicken, and some garlic, but I'm going to put in my filling the roasted chicken, which I'm going to cut up really small. I'm also going to put black beans and onion, because I don't know about you, but to me, onion just gives so much flavor to a dish. Onions are so cheap. It's just a really good economical way to give something a ton of flavor. Cooked onions are just so yummy. Okay, so I have 1 large onion. So we have the flour tortillas. I'm using these whole wheat ones, and they're actually very delicious. They're not dry. They're not cardboard tasting. They're actually fairly tender and mild flavored, just like a regular tortilla. So why not get the extra fiber? Whole grain. And I have my salsa verde mild salsa. You need a 16-ounce jar, which is 2 cups of mild salsa verde. And ideally you would want fresh cilantro, but I have dry and I'm not going out to the store to get any more. And cheese. You could buy the shredded cheese, but they have like a powdered coating on there to keep the pieces from sticking together. So I just buy the block and I shred my own. Okay, so I have 1 large onion sauteing in some olive oil. I put a little bit of salt just so they can start releasing the water and just getting nice and caramelized and yummy. I'm just going to add some pepper. You want to season every layer. You can make this filling ahead of time and just have it in a bowl in the fridge, and then it takes you 2 seconds to assemble the enchiladas and bake them for the cheese to melt. Okay, so the onion is nice and soft. So now I am going to put in 6 cloves of garlic that I minced. I'm just going to stir that in, because you don't want the garlic to get toasty. You just want it to soften up a little bit. And once you start to smell the garlic, just turn it off. Because the next thing you're going to do, you're going to have to shred the chicken up and put it in here and throw the can of beans in there. So I'm just going to have this on low just for a minute to let the garlic get aromatic and yummy. Okay, so I just took the chicken out of the oven. It was in there for 18 minutes. I'll let this cool enough where you can handle it so that you can chop it up into really fine pieces. And you're going to put it in there with the garlic, onions, and the black beans, which we're going to add the black beans now. Just like that. So you're just gonna give the black beans, onions, and garlic a stir. This is gonna bake again in the oven, so everything will get warm in the oven, but okay, so while the chicken is cooling and the filling is cooling on the pot, we're gonna get the cheese grated. I always buy the block and grate it myself 99% of the time. To me, it just tastes better. Okay, so the cheese is all grated and ready. So these are cool enough to handle now. You see all that juice right there? That is delicious flavor. And I'm not gonna let that go to waste. I'm gonna put it right in the pan with the onions and the black beans and the garlic because that's gonna give it tons of flavor for that filling. So let's do that now. I'm gonna bring you over here and I'm gonna pour it right in there. Just like that. And I'm not going to put this in the sink because I just roasted the chicken in here. Well, guess what? I'm going to roll up the enchiladas and put them right back in this pan to bake them in the oven. No sense in dirtying another dish when that one is full of flavor and already ready to go. I'm just going to chop these up. Look at that. These are tender. Look at that. Look how perfect these are. Look at that. See the juice? These are not dry at all. You want to make juicy, boneless, skinless chicken breast? That's it. You just put olive oil, season it however you like. You can use a hickory smoke season. You can do a garlic and onion and herb. You can do an Italian. You can do a spicy, I don't know. There's a million seasonings that you can use on chicken. But you put olive oil, whatever seasoning you like, salt and pepper, and you just bake it in the oven at 425 for 18 to 20 minutes, depending on how big these are. These are a nice sized chicken breast. As you can see, it's the size of my hand. And I bake them for 18 minutes. And they're perfectly, perfectly juicy. Cooked through, but very juicy still. So I'm just going to cut these up like this. And then I'm just going to make like a dice and throw it in the pan with the onions and garlic and black beans. And that's going to be my filling for my Salsa Verde chicken enchiladas. And of course, I'm going to put the Salsa Verde in there. Now, depending on how chunky you like your meat, you could do it like this, or you can just go through it with the knife one more time to make it a smaller chicken. You can put it in the food processor if you don't feel like chopping it with a knife to make it like finely browned chicken. But I'm doing it like this because I want to have a nice bite to my meat. All right, look at that. Cooked like that, it's so good just on it by itself. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all this chicken and start putting it in the pan. Just taking all this chicken breast, chopping it up, throwing it in the pan.
Or corn tortilla C notes. There's directions to make the sauce. And to make the filling.
Okay, to make the sauce, I am going to put the whole entire jar of salsa verde. This is 2 cups or a 16-ounce jar of salsa verde. Get all that out of there. It smells so good. Love that. And then you could put fresh cilantro. I'm using dried because it's what I have. If you don't like cilantro, you can leave it out completely. Now to that, I am going to add half a cup of sour cream, or in my case, I am using fat-free Greek plain yogurt. Why? Because it's healthier, it's fat-free, and Greek yogurt has protein, and it's just better than sour cream for you. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take my whisk, and I'm just going to whisk the sour cream, the Greek yogurt or sour cream, whatever you're using, into the salsa verde with the cilantro. And basically you're making the sauce for the salsa verde chicken enchiladas. Just want to make sure that the Greek yogurt or sour cream is well incorporated. You want to reserve about 1 cup of this sauce because you're going to need this to assemble the enchiladas. You're going to take the sauce that you did not reserve and you're going to pour that in there. Okay, so you're going to pour that in there, and you're going to take about a cup of cheese, just like that. Okay, and you're going to mix this all together. You're making the filling for the enchiladas, the salsa verde enchiladas. You know what? I'm going to use a big metal spoon. Okay. You just want to mix this well. The filling is done. So now I'm going to start assembling the enchiladas. Take a little bit of the reserved sauce that you made and just pour it at the bottom of the pan. And I'm just going to spread it out just like this. All right, and remember, this is the pan that we used to bake the chicken breast. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take a 1/3 cup measuring cup, or however you want to do it, but you're going to put about 1/3 cup of filling into each tortilla. Now I'm using whole wheat tortillas, and these are 8-inch tortillas. And you're just going to spread it like that, and you're going to roll it nice and tight, and you're going to put it seam side down right in the sauce, just like that. Just like that. And you're just going to keep assembling these until you're done, until your pan is full. Okay, so I rolled all of these tortillas, and now I'm going to take the 1 cup, there's 3/4 cup because I put about 1/4 of it at the bottom of the pan. And I'm going to take the rest of this and pour it right over the enchiladas, just like this. Just like that. I'm just going to smooth it out with the bottom of the measuring cup. Just like that. Okay. And now, a cup of cheese, or however much cheese you like, and pour it right over the top. Just like this. Okay, guys, so it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I got up early, went grocery shopping, put everything away, and I just was in the mood to get this started. So basically, I meal prep this. So I'm just going to cover it with foil. And it's going to sit on the stove until we're ready for dinner tonight. And you're going to bake this. You're going to preheat the oven at 350 if you're making it right away, but you need to bake it at 350, covered for 15 minutes, and then you're going to take the foil off and bake it for another 10. The 15 is so that everything gets heated through but not dried out, and then you take the foil off so that the cheese gets nice and toasty and yummy on top. And that's it. So I'll be back later tonight to show you how these look. Okay, so this has been in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes covered. And now I'm going to take the foil off and put them back in the oven for 10 minutes. And to serve with the enchiladas, I made almost like I don't know, Mexican style coleslaw. It's basically cabbage, some carrots, some red cabbage, some cherry tomatoes, some scallion, some cilantro. I put olive oil, apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper, and then I did literally about a tablespoon of sriracha mayo just to give it a little bit of a kick. And I mixed it all up, and that's it. I'm going to serve that on the side with the chicken enchiladas because I just need that crispy, cool crunch to go with the soft, warm enchiladas. Okay, guys, the timer's going off. The enchiladas are done. All right, let's get these out of the oven. Smell divine. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Look at that. Now that is some cheesy goodness. Look at that. They're bubbling, they're cheesy. Super yummy. These are going to be delicious. So I'm going to serve these up. Okay. The first serving is always the hardest to get out. Okay. Here we go. They smell so good. All right, so we got 2 chicken enchiladas. And we're going to serve these up with some nice crispy slaw. Just like that. Beautiful. So you can do parsley if you don't like cilantro. Right over the top like that. And voila, dinner is served. Something that I keep forgetting to do, and then I watch the video when I'm done, and I realize, ooh, I forgot to cut into it and show you what it looks like on the inside. Because that is so important. So I'm going to get better as I make these videos, and I'm going to remember to show you how good it is when you cut into it to show you what it looks like inside. Thanks for watching. Bon appetit, and I hope you give these a try. Bye.